Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midwest Dungeon Delvers. Tonight, we are continuing our story of the Six Sword Saga. When last we left off, the retinue, had just hit Braiden's Rest and seen some crazy things that may be to come. Let's see how restful Braiden's Rest truly is tonight in our episode of the Six Sword Saga. And, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest thing to remember about these characters, no matter what happens in the story, they are technology have become permanently entrapped within the simulation. When last we left the retinue, the party had just made it to Braiden's Rest after eventful cleansing of a Riftland curse that was placed upon Aldrich during a rather rough encounter with a Riftland Reaver. The party, after dealing with kind of the fallout of that ritual with Morthos and Brother Varnell and trying to figure out magic casters and stuff like that for this ritual, the party made it to Braiden's Rest. Now, while coming into Braiden's Rest, the party noticed several people out in rolling fields of wheat and grain. One such individual running up to the wagon that Justicar was in and offering to him a single ear of perfect golden wheat. He took it from the child, and then the child began to walk back into the golden field and disappear into the wheat. Justicar followed after and kind of disappeared into the golden fields, losing hearing from the people that were in the wagons and such, and then seeing this like raven-like crow kind of like burst forth from where the child dashed into the wheat field. Being taken aback from that, stumbles back out from a break in kind of the stone fence that he hopped over to follow the child, and is back present in front of the caravan as they are heading into the village proper. And that is where we pick up. Justicar, after such a vision was placed upon you. You do notice that you still grip the golden wheat.
Yes, covered in the viscera of a bird.
Yes.
And stumbling out back into the visible area in the road. Just for clarification, Braiden's Rest is where Morthos got beat up, right?
Correct.
Stumbling back out, look over for my team that was supposed to come back me up.
Yeah. You see Jin is kind of pulled off to the side, talking with Brother Varnell, and seems to not have noticed the thing that transpired. Owen is busy looking at different things that are like on the other side of the caravan, like seeing bits of smoke and stuff coming from the chimneys of some of the thatched roof cottages and such. Okay. Now, tucked away, there is an inn that serves as kind of the midpoint or the crossroads within this city. And you see that Donovan's wagon, which is a few... it's like one or two wagons ahead of where you're at, Justicar, is like rounding about and coming towards a stop in front of that inn.
I look for the mage. I have his name. Yes, I forgot to pull up my notes.
You're good,
That's my problem. Vortek. All right, that's the name.
The wizard?
Yes.
There's Jark, who's the protection ward,
Jark.
and
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the other one. My bad. I have multiple mages on here.
No, you're good. Valthrud would be the only V name wizard that I would have mentioned, and that was back in Othmere.
Okay. I don't know where Vortek came from.
Yes, that's a...
Okay. I might have misspelled Jark, but I go over to Jark. Jark, you need to light the lanterns.
The protection wards here, even though we are within the realm.
I just nod at him and I go very quietly, very unceremoniously, light the wards.
Okay.
Don't let anybody know.
I will attempt to do so. Justicar.
With confidence, you have to succeed. This is the big leagues. You need to succeed on this one.
Okay, and it must be done subtly. Yes.
Yes. Don't want to cause a disruption to the group. I'm going to go make sure everybody stays close to the wagons while you do this.
Okay. As you like walk away, you notice Jark like lean over to the lantern that's like nearest him, and he casts his magic to activate the ward perfectly. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right to activate the ward.
I give him the big thumbs up as I look for Aldridge.
I've been watching the whole time. I saw you go into the field. I saw you stumble out of the field. Basically, ever since the girl came up, I've been watching.
So,
Aldridge, I need you to do me a favor.
Pardon me, Justicar, but did I miss something happening there?
Did you hear me yell for help?
Did I?
No.
I didn't, right? Yeah. Justicar, you disappeared for a little bit.
I nod. I go, yeah. I need you to do me a favor, Aldrich.
Right?
Go towards the back of the wagon, or to the back of the wagon train, make sure everybody stays within the protective circle of the wards.
I assume by this point in time, several people have already broken off and entered Braiden's Rest, right?
There's a couple who seem to be splintering off and heading in different directions, but for the most part, the caravan is moving as one whole. Make a perception check. See if you guys can clock who's splintered off.
Oh, 4.
Okay.
Give me one
Peoples.
second. Perception.
Yes.
A peoples or even 2 peoples?
I got a 17.
Okay. 17. Aldrich, you think you see a shadow just kind of splinter off. You can't even determine what clothes the person was wearing. Justicar, it seems like both Nysa and that mysterious masked woman are kind of splintering off and going their own way.
I gesture for Aldridge to go towards the back of the wagons, and I yell to both of them, come back here real quick, please. We need a game plan. We need to, again, go with a friend anywhere you go. Safety thing. Come back. Everybody come back. Let's discuss this.
The two
and I look at Donovan with serious eyes of
Donovan,
bring everybody in.
Donovan looks at you and just goes,
all right. Everybody, let's file up and get a plan from old Justicar here.
I will head to the back of the wagon train.
Well, all I can say is Braiden's Rest is here. We finally made it.
he looks over at Gilla Gemini and gives her a you're welcome nod, followed by
Fresh bread, clean water, warm beds. All will be available here. No sleeping on cold stone tonight for us friends. Welcome to the last stop before Luke Kill. We'll make sure that we get any supplies, and we'll probably make sure we get room here at the inn. Anything else you need to add, Justicar?
I'm just nodding the entire time. I go, there's just one small itsy bitsy complication to this whole Braiden's Rest thing.
What's that?
Not many people noticed, but I followed the little girl over into the field over there, and when I crossed the barrier,
What?
Sorry about that. Somebody was knocking on the door.
you're good.
Somebody knocking at your door. Somebody ringing your bell. You don't want to fight. No. Let me in.
So I'm going to be I'm not moving from the end of the wagon train, especially with as close as I recently came to dying. But I'm looking at everything with suspicion, looking for anything that looks magical. I don't know what's going on, but I want to find out.
Yeah, make an investigation check. Just get a
9.
feel. There's something about this village. You're not quite sure what it is, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of young folk here. The child is the only person without gray in their hair that you've seen since arriving.
All right, sorry about that. I am back.
You are fine.
Someone soliciting.
How dare they?
I know, at this hour? But yeah. Where was I? Sorry guys, but there might be a little complication. I went into the field, and when I went into the field, the people weren't there. And the girl disappeared into the wheat.
So you were visited already?
I don't know what that means. Please enlighten me, Donovan.
Well, if you don't mind, I can take you to Maribel, the mayor of this village. She calls herself the Wheat Warden.
I hold the wheat and I go, I point to where all of the people were working. I go, none of those people are there. They're all bugs. They are flies.
Huh. Strange.
Is this normal?
I mean, we've never gone into their fields before. That's kind of one of the things the Wheat Warden asked us not to do.
I didn't know that. We'll just have everybody stay here, and then let's go see this Wheat Warden and make sure that everything's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
No accidents.
Of course.
He turns to Torak, who is the dwarf, his kind of second in command, and he says,
go tell Iman that Donovan and the caravan are here and are requiring rooms. And make sure you order the drink for all of us. We'll be there shortly.
and Torak looks back at Donovan and says,
More Sons Wake cider?
Donovan just kind of nods and goes,
It'll do us good. We've been in the darkness for too long.
He then turns with you and begins walking towards kind of a nicer looking hut than most of the other huts in the village.
I look back and make sure Aldridge is following.
You told me to be at the back of the wagon. I am at the back of the wagon.
Upon not seeing Aldridge, I yell for Aldridge, while also grabbing my hammer and preparing to go find Aldridge. Now I'm concerned Aldridge has disappeared into the wheat.
Oh no.
The sooner they hear the call, I come running as fast as my short little legs can.
I rest the hammer back in. I'm like, whew, I thought we
Yes,
lost
sir,
him.
just sir. You told me to go to the back of the wagon? I was at the back of the wagon. What can I help with, sir?
To gather everyone. We split off in different directions, but yes, we're gonna go meet the Wheat Warden, the head honcho of this place.
Well, that's terrifying. Yeah, I'm terrified.
Yep.
So
Yep.
which way?
We're going with Donovan.
Right then. Lead the way, Donovan.
He leads you up to the door of the hut. He gives a knock, and then you all hear a
Oh, just a second now.
So just a quick question. Is Justicar still holding the perfect ear of wheat in his hands?
Yes.
yes.
Just wanted to know where we stood. All right.
You see the door swing open, and this kindly looking half elf in her late 80s seems about opens the door, and she sees Donovan and goes,
Oh, Donovan, lovely to see you. Welcome back through. Do you bring many travelers with you this visit?
and Donovan goes,
Yes, Gilla insisted that we take the road over and maybe trade some gems for different things.
Maribel goes,
Oh, good. That sounds wonderful. Do you think that we, Oh! You bring two of your guests to my door.
and she like holds her arms out to welcome both of you with a hug.
I gesture for Aldridge to move forward as I I put my hand
Nope.
on his back and push him forward.
I do the shy kid thing. I am 100% stranger danger at
Yep,
this point
hiding
in
behind-
time.
Oh, don't be shy, little one. We don't get many
Okay.
little ones in Braiden's Rest.
I am 100%. I'm gonna go with this performance,
Okay.
or would it be deception?
I'll say make a performance check. Make a performance check.
Performance. Okay, so that toes up to 18.
Okay. 18. And you kind of like hide your face even more in Jessica's leg.
I just gotta no.
Rubbing my eye with one fist, kind of shy kid.
Upon seeing him acting like a child, apologies.
It's at this point she looks up towards you, and she's, kind of bent down to interact with Aldrich. She looks up towards you and notices the perfect wheat within your hand. She gives a puzzled look for a second, and then looks up at you and says,
Well, I see that you've already been visited by the Dawn Whisper.
The little girl?
Yes. Her name, Leoria.
And does she make it a habit of disappearing?
Into the fields. Yes. That is where she likes to play.
Let's say that I didn't know any of the customs of your wonderful village here, and I went into the field after her to give praise to the farmers for such a perfect crop. You know, being from a farming village myself, I know how much work and labor of love that it requires to make such fine foodstuffs. Is everything normal?
So, we have our tenders, and we have our gatherers, and we have our waterers, and those that nurture. We have all those that work in the fields. And we have a great respect for those who work in our fields. We do not bother them, say, when they come into the village at the end of the night, before the light appears over the fields.
I nod respectively, and I was unaware of this particular custom here, so I apologize for any offense I might have caused. Because again, I was just trying to give praise to the good work that was done. It is remarkable, and I figured it deserved the praise.
Your kind gesture is appreciated. I see you are a member of the cloth. A Justicar, in fact.
That is correct. That's why it was a little alarming to enter the field and the appearance of things not being what it was.
We are getting close to the time of the strange light. Perhaps, due to its closeness, you saw things that were untrue.
I raise up my hand. Now, Wheat Warden, I don't wish to overstep. You seem to be a lovely woman and seem to be doing a wonderful job taking care of Braiden's rest and everything. I don't want to... I know the stories of what Justicars have been known to do kind of gives a sense of fear and trepidation, but I am more understanding than most. As long as we're honest and everything is above board and everything's good.
Of course.
I've got no desire or need to cause any harm or distress or anything. Just mostly I just try to help as best as I can and try to meke out the justice that is required for people. I know many of my brothers are a little bit more zealous in this nature.
We do not get very many visitors from your order, this is true, so most of what we have to go on is rumors, hearsay, but I have enjoyed our pleasant conversation this evening.
Yes, which is why I am just curious as to the people who work in the fields. What are they? I know you only see the small member of my retinue, but there is others in my retinue who I have taken many an odd individual who some people would attack on site, and I've brought them under protection. So I just want to understand what is special about Braiden's Rest and the norms of your village.
Well, perhaps a bit of warmth and food and drink will make it more apparent why we here at Braiden's Rest are so blessed by the Chosen. Perhaps a story around the fire as well, within the inn would do us good. It's almost time for the eve to be upon us and the workers to come in from the fields, and you may ask them yourself from what you wish while we all drink and be merry.
You know they're not I don't know what the word is, it fails me, but they're not physical like us. And I touch her shoulder to make sure she is physical.
I hear what you're saying, but I think it will do you good.
I just would like to know before the merriment, while I still have a clear head, that there's no ill intent from these individuals.
We have had no incidents of violence within Braiden's Rest that I am aware of within the past few months, in fact.
That doesn't sound right.
And why doesn't this sound right?
Well, like I've just said, I'm a collector of individuals who've been wronged by others. And potentially, I don't know if you would have noticed an individual whom maybe passed through this village, I don't know, a week, maybe a little more, maybe a little less ago.
I know not of any visitors from a week ago, even 2 weeks ago. It has been quite quiet. The only people who have had any strangeness, well, there's Padrig, the minstrel bard, who has been stirring up mischief as of late with his tall tales, and Velia, Moonbrook. She studies the arcane within the village. She has seemed rather distant as of late.
A nod and I, so no throwing rocks at an individual who may have been, having horns, a tail, had a little lizard as a friend, pet thing.
Make a perception check.
Perception, that is a 9.
Okay. She looks at you and gives you this really warm smile and says,
Nothing of the sort would ever happen here at Braiden's Rest, not under my watch for sure.
and you
that's really
believe
unfortunate.
her. She's truthfully believing every word coming out of her mouth.
Yep. I go, well, that is unfortunate, because that means that individual has given me a false testimony, and now he will have to be punished severely for this, because, well, to bear false witness against such a lovely village and people, that is a crime, and now he will have to be punished for this crime. And that I apologize that the innocent of your village were befouled by such slanderous lies.
Could I also try a perception check on her?
Yeah.
Or insight?
Yeah,
Which one?
insight.
I was hoping I would get the insight because I'm good at that.
18 total.
18 total. Her smile is warm. Her voice genuine. Something feels off.
Well, I looked down. That is unfortunate that I thought Morthos was an honest and trustworthy individual. It's a shame that he's turned out to be a liar.
Would I need to roll another performance check to speak as a child as well?
Yes,
Okay, I'm going to try that then.
very much so.
That is an at 20.
All right. Give us Aldrich's best childlike voice.
Tugging on Jessica. Mister, left my toy in the caravan. We need to go get Mr. Bear.
I just give him a nod. I will meet you in the tavern, both of you. It seems as though everything is above board here, and we shall see these workers when they come in from the fields. And I turn and walk away with Aldridge.
All right. Donovan stays behind and converses more with Maribel. But both of you begin to walk away towards the caravan.
As soon as there's some distance between us and everyone around us,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn to Jessica and be like, something's not right with this. Something is not right.
I know, Morthos lied to me.
No, I'm not so sure that's accurate. See, first of all, something's off with that lady, right? But something's been bothering me for a while. Why did we come to Braiden's Rest?
Well, because you're the merchant that you said that I need to be cautious of because all merchants are
Yes, skip that.
liars.
What was she here for?
To trade and get gems.
How many farming villages do you know have a steady supply of gems?
I'm going to do a. Do I need to do a check to think about my family's?
Yeah, make a history check.
Okay. History. Okay, that's a 16.
So, if a village of this size were to have gems, it would be part of the communal fund that everyone's coin would have gone into, and they would have traded that coin for gems of equal worth, as to not have a mass of coins that could be stolen and raided out. Rather, just a few gems of great value for trade.
Right, I was more thinking of if there was a, you know how people will go exploring around the village or whatever, and occasionally you stumble upon things just random bits of metal or gems and I was more thinking potentially maybe this village has people who go out prospecting essentially. If that was a thing that they were essentially, I was wondering if the village is trading unrefined gems for money essentially.
Gotcha.
Thinking if my village that I came from did stuff like that.
There were some merchants and some businesses that did that, but mostly it was like outfits from other locations. It wasn't like locals were going out from your village to like a mine that was discovered. If any such pockets of rare minerals and gems are discovered, usually some organized business comes in with divination magic users to try and map out the best path of like you go to this node, then this node, then this node to dig it out. So
Okay.
The fact that you don't see like a ramshackled together outfits kind of forward operating center, you get the sense that there's not one of those mining operations here.
Yeah, so like when Aldred says that, I just kind of like look around the village real quick and I'm like, you know, you make a really good point on that. I don't know where they would get those gems if there's no infrastructure for this.
You saw some rather unusual magic, didn't you?
I don't know if it was magic. I saw some unusual stuff.
The way that... the way that Donovan was acting didn't seem as canny as I'd expect a merchant of his type to do. He was relaxed. He didn't propose trade. There was no discussion of typical benefits for typical costs. The only thing that he was after was a drink at the tavern. A specific drink. A drink so specific that he told his second-in-command to go and order the drink.
It's not uncommon. I mean,
Not
I had
quite.
food and drink prepared for whenever we got to the tavern, you know, back at the place we blew up.
But here's a question for you. What kind of specialty would a village like this have?
I just take a look around. I'm like, well, they produce grain.
Granted, but at the same time, do you think they've got a distillery?
I
Does
mean-
the village seem to have a distillery in it?
It seems like it, yes.
Why would
I
they
just
have a
got-
distillery out here?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of folks who, if there's not a large distillery, there's a lot of folks who tend to make their own distilleries.
Yes, no. Here's the point I'm making. We're in a village that's not known for gems, trading for gems. They have a distillery that has a special drink that's unique enough that when Donovan says get the drinks ordered, it's just the only one that's considered. And yet they don't trade in that drink, nor does Donovan caravans carry that drink anywhere else. It just doesn't make sense.
What is your interpretation of the situation here?
Hydrate. Everyone
Yeah.
get some high quality H2O.
Alright.
Thank you, Denali, for the
So-
hydrate.
That's the problem now, isn't it? I could think of a couple of things that could be happening here. But most of them are disturbing.
Well, so far in our journeys, it's been pretty disturbing. So, lay it on me thick.
Mind magics. Illusion, deception, enchantment.
That's not the worst.
Mind control.
Even
Enslavement.
that's not the worst. Like, it's bad, but it's not the worst thing we've dealt with.
Suppose, on the other hand, the act of seizing control of another person with magic It's abominable.
I agree, but let me ask you, which is worse? Having your will usurped by an individual or becoming a Riftland beast?
I'd rather become a Riftland beast.
I mean, to each their own.
Well, let's both admit that neither of us have exactly perspective on the subject, eh?
Well, I mean, we've killed a couple Riftland creatures.
Granted. We'll need to head to the tavern. Before we do, a favor from you and a recommendation.
Okay. And maybe.
First, don't drink.
Okay.
Just to be on the safe side, I think. Second of all, and I can't believe I have to say this, I'm going to need you to concuss me, please.
Concuss you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have to ask twice.
I know, but just gently, please. Just a hand, not a hammer.
I slide the hammer back down. I go, "Are you sure about this?"
Look, I need a reason to explain why I was asking.
Punch him in the face as hard as I can.
Right. Okay, roll to hit.
That is a... Okay, so that's for a weapon. I assume I'm using the same thing I would for, like, a sword?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that is... Okay, so that's a 12 to hit?
Does a 12 hit Aldrich?
No. Aldrich flinches back. Gently.
That was gently. Don't move.
I'm gonna die.
Don't move. I'm gonna...
All right. I'm gonna look away. I'm not looking.
No. You have to look right at me.
That makes it worse. I need to look.
We gotta sell it, so you have to be looking right at me. And as I'm talking to him, I swing again for a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Aldrich goes down on his back.
Yeah. It's just wham. I'm assuming non-lethal.
It's supposed to be non-lethal.
Okay.
How much damage?
What do I roll for a fist?
I think that's just your strength modifier until you get something.
Strength modifier, and then add your attack bonus.
Strength modifier and attack bonus. Okay, so that is a. You take 10 points of damage.
No, we have clerics on hand, right?
I will lay on hands when I give you the fist of justice.
I have an HP of 7.
I will give you all 5 of my hit points so that you just have a shiner, a big old shiner. I
just lost 3/4 of my hit points after you healed me.
Yeah. So,
Wake up, Aldrich. Wake up.
just Car. You.
Oh God, I'm in hell.
You knock Aldrich out. He is
as
unconscious.
As I do the little slap on the cheek to wake him up, I'm doing the lay on hands.
Smack.
Wake up.
The things I do to Sella cover.
And then I just shake him violently to wake him up. Because he doesn't get up fast enough.
I'm awake, you...
There you go. You're awake now. Set him up.
I just need to lie here on the ground and regret my life choices. So.
We don't have time for that.
You're right. I'll do it later.
Uh-huh.
Could you help me up?
Round 2?
No. One was.
Okay. My bad.
I think you just managed. I think you just managed what I was looking for.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. I help him up to his feet.
Aldrich takes one step and goes right back down.
You punk.
Pick him up like luggage.
Yeah, this, wow, this village is, spinning.
It's
Is it supposed to do that?
It's at this moment that the light of day kind of crests behind some hills and trees that you guys happen to be around. As it does,
Jessica?
the light that appears overhead is not the light of starlight or even that you are expecting of the moons. It is a almost weird borealis effect where there are running currents of light that just pass hither and thither over the wheat fields.
I hoist Aldridge up in the air and I go, "What is that?"
Arcana with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Whatever I'm rolling with disadvantage. That much is obvious at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright, that was not bad. I got a 20 and a 15, so that's gonna be a total of 16.
Not bad at all. There is some manner of great magic centered here on this village. Some spellcaster of high significance at some point has come here. It is very apparent to you, a spellcaster now, after seeing this display. It's almost like the very fabric of reality here at Braiden's Rest has been rewritten for a purpose.
Well, we're boned.
Doesn't tell me what that is.
Right. So, some people can cast magics powerful enough to make the very world around them shake. This is an effect of somebody casting magic, not just him being present, right?
Yeah, earthquake. I understand it. I've heard of that spell.
No, I mean that some people have magic so powerful it literally shakes the world around them. Even
Have you ever
if
been in an
they're not
earthquake?
casting-
It's literally shaking the earth. The whole world shakes.
Let me put it this way. Somebody so powerful that shoot, how do I even describe this to somebody like you? Basically speaking, there's a magic caster here so powerful that if they wanted you to forget your own name, you wouldn't remember it anymore.
Well, that's not saying much. I'm a magic caster that can make that happen.
Yeah, but you use a hammer, and that's cheating.
It's still magic. And I don't
It is
just use a
not.
hammer. I cast fist, and it worked really well too.
Yes, I've experienced that, but unfortunately, I must inform you that from a purely technical perspective, that doesn't count.
Give me a skillet, and I'll cast iron.
I would hit you, but I think I might die if I did that. And I don't mean because you'd do anything to me. I think that just might kill me. So instead, I'm going to regret my life choices. I'm doing that from now on.
Pardon me,
well,
young sirs.
And a rather large individual passes by the two of you, headed towards the tavern. This individual looks like he has come from the fields.
Huh.
I do my divine sense.
Okay. I had said what last session? That your divine
No
senses...
Fae, no Celestial, no Infernal, but yes, Undead.
Yes,
Yes.
undead. Okay, yes, undead. You sense undead energy here within the village. From the individual passing by you right now, no.
I move aside so he can go to the tavern.
Much obliged.
You do wonderful work, by the way, in the fields. I hold up the grain and I go, it was remarkable being gifted this.
Who gifted ye that?
I make the gesture for like a little girl, probably yay high. She didn't say anything, but she handed it to me and...
If you was visited by the mute one, you best eat that real quick.
Well, I... Understood.
And then he walks into the tavern.
I pick Aldridge back up and bring him close to my face, and you were talking about magic that could shake the ground, earthquake magic. I don't think it was earthquake magic. I think it was, whatever the magic user is.
Yeah.
Does the necromancy, and not the vampire necromancy, the other necromancy.
Well, in some ways that's better. And in most other ways, we're really just... Maybe I should let you hit me again. It'll be quicker that way.
Understood.
No, I was being hyper... it was an analogy.
Oh, my bad. I'm good with those.
Ah, yes. One of your defining traits. I think you can put me down now.
Are you sure you can walk?
Well, we wanted to give it a shot.
Alright, I set him down.
He crumples. Aldrich crumples again. Apparently not.
I grab the hammer. I'm like, well, I just think you might need a little percussive maintenance to help you get the motivation to walk again.
Will die. I have plenty of motivation as long as you're here. I literally can't.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, as long as you have motivation.
Oh, I have lots of motivation. As a matter of fact, I don't think you could give me more without killing me anyway.
I can. Let me go get Jin real quick. I'll have him try and do one of those Riftland opening things. And we'll bring some more beasties through.
You know what? I'll just crawl. Crawling sounds like a good idea. Or maybe I'll roll. Let's see. Crawl or roll? Which one works better?
And then I immediately have the idea of, oh no, I need to get my retinue to be not drinking whatever drink this is. I go, Aldridge, it's enough playing around. Get up. I have to go.
Aldrich staggers to his feet and starts staggering forward slowly.
I take off dead sprint to find Reginald, Ignis, and Victor.
It seems like the majority of them are in the tavern. Like most of the caravan, after the splintering off of you and Aldrich, most of the people went into the tavern.
I look at Aldrich, I'm like, are you ready?
To do what?
Well, into the belly of the beast, so they say.
I shouldn't have had you hit me. The things I do to tell apart. Alright, here we go again.
You enter the tavern. It is full of boisterous conversation, a lot. It seems like there's a lot more people here within the tavern than you saw in the fields. And it's almost like at the end of every day, it seems like the whole population of Braiden's Rest gathers here. It being the only tavern in the village. You see a middle-aged human with silver hair. He's mid-conversation with one of the patrons, gives a warm, hearty laugh.
Oh, your stories always make me smile. It's a good thing that you made your home here in Braiden's Rest there, Jeb.
And this individual just kind of goes,
Better than dealing with the shadows at the night.
and of course all of that is like drowned out by many conversations. You do see a table that has most of the caravan people there. There are several members of the caravan that have like splintered off to smaller tables, such as Nysa and the masked woman, the Jarek and Torak are over at another table playing cards. And you see Ignis look up at you, Justicar, as you enter. He's got a mug in his hand, and he goes, Justicar! Justicar, come here!
I see him, and I give him the hand signal of, do not drink.
He looks at you, like, confused. And then slowly sets the mug down.
I walk over and I go, in like a very nondescript way. Have any of you guys partook in the provided customs?
I haven't. I was just drinking some of this Sunwake's cider. That's what this is called, right? And you see Torak kind of look back from his card game and say,
Yeah, that's what I ordered for all of us. The Sunwake cider.
I just pinch the bridge of my nose and I go, Ignis, what are we?
Well, we're Justicars.
Yes.
Justicar in training, but
But you are doing a fine job, and eventually you will one day become a Justicar like myself. You know the reputation we have.
it's not the most pleasant one.
Okay, nod. I go, you've seen how sometimes you have to lean into the reputation, sometimes you try to assuage people's fears. I try to do a good job of being a role model of that for you, right?
Right.
So, whenever we come to places, it is dangerous for us to partake without caution. This is usually why I send one of either Reginald or Victor to gather these things for us. Because if they see us, we may not be welcomed with such warm drinks.
Oh. Are you worried about these people poisoning us?
It is a fear that you should always have.
But everyone here's so nice.
They are. But it does one well to remember caution keeps you alive. I look over to Victor and Reginald, and I give them like the serious, like, what are you two doing? You know better.
They both are like mid-sip of their mug, and then just slowly lower the mug down.
Well, it's already too late to rectify the situation. You've already partook. But seriously, you guys know the protocols. You don't do this stuff.
You
We have
see
rules for a reason.
You see, Victor, and I'm pretty sure Victor's the seneschal, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I believe Reginald's the scribe.
Yeah. So, Victor looks at you. He still has, the carrying case on his back, and he hasn't sat down. He's like standing next to the table drinking. He looks at you and just says, I understand our protocol, Justicar, but you will forgive us. We were just so happy to see warm food and drink after the long journey and many dangers.
I put my hand up, I go, you are already forgiven. It's just bad form, especially when we have... I gesture to Ignis, I go, the reason we follow the protocols is because eventually we won't be here for him. He will be out on his own. And you know how lawless individuals will behave. To give him a false sense that everywhere he goes, people will be warm and receptive is not going to do him well in the future. However, from everything I have witnessed in the village, it seems a very peaceful, very warm and inviting place. Everything seems to be above board, so just... I understand the night is long, and it is very difficult. Enjoy. Enjoy your merriment.
Okay.
Enjoy the food, enjoy the drink.
Okay. As you are having this conversation, Aldrich, I would like you to make a perception check.
Well, let's see here. Perception. The problems with my fancy dice is it's hard to tell a 3 from a 5. 7.
You're not quite sure what this individual's name is, but you do note that the kind of bigger guy who pushed his way past you and Justicar outside, made his way up to the tavern, was greeted warmly by the tavern keeper. And then the last thing that you, actually catch, because, again, the noise all around you is kind of rough to hear over. You hear something that sounds like long life mead.
That's not horrifying in any way, shape, or form. Well, I'm not exactly doing anything at this point in time. I'm still very concussed.
Right. Totally fine. I just wanted to note that was happening during that conversation that Justicar had with his traveling compatriots.
Deli noted.
After the barkeep deals with that individual, he notices both you and Justicar, who haven't had drinks or been served yet. So he steps out from behind the counter and comes over, and he says,
Welcome to the Hearth and Harvest Inn. I'm Imon Sunderfell. It is a pleasure to greet you both and welcome you into my establishment. What would you like to drink and eat this evening? Your meals have been provided for by Torak, the representative of Donovan's caravan, and I look forward to serving you. Now, we have a wide variety of meals that you can order. We have the Everpot barley stew, livestock casserole, midnight corn chowder, and a personal favorite of mine, the worm root roast, and of course the Fields End porridge is a breakfast item that we serve at all hours of the day. I can give you more information about these dishes if you like, but I also have some Sun Wakes cider that we like to give our people who stop by. And of course, if you are looking for a stronger, stouter drink, perhaps Braiden's Black Brew. But mind you, one sip and you'll see the stars dance. If you are looking for something non-alcoholic, perhaps the Lucient Milk Tea, which has a calming effect. It's spiced milk with a touch of lavender honey. And if you mean to travel through the night, perhaps some Old Flame. Fiery spirit we make here at Braiden's Rest is popular among the travelers who don't plan on sleeping.
I'll be honest, sir. All of that sounds perfectly fantastic, but I'm severely concussed at the moment, so I don't think I'll be able to eat or drink anything without losing it shortly. So, appreciate it, but I'm just going to sit over there and...
If you're
nurse my
looking for
hangover.
something to rest you and make you well after a good thrashing,
And he points to the mark on your head.
perhaps the Everpot barley stew. It's slow cooked with root vegetables, cured ham, and our prized golden barley, but it is said that it sticks to your bones and lengthens your ears.
Much obliged, truly, but again, I don't think I could eat a bite. I'm going to go nurse the headache I didn't get by drinking.
Visibly disappointed, the barkeep turns and looks over at Justicar.
That last drink might serve you well. The one that will keep you up all night.
No, I'm not going to be sleeping anyway, not with a concussion like this. I'd rather wake in the morning.
I mean, the drink will help, is what he said.
Justicar, if I put anything in my mouth, it's going out along with a lot more of what I ate today. I'm going to sit over there and have a headache.
I understand that. Out of all of your beautifully sounding foods and drinks, I just gesture to my regalia and I go, I have to eat simple meals and drink simple drinks. Do you have like just some meat, like I don't know, some slices of meat that I could potentially eat that haven't been seasoned with anything?
I believe that I could bring you a cup of the Lucient milk tea, along with
perhaps a couple of slices of the cured ham that we put into our ever barley stew. Without the stew, of course.
Unfortunately,
Would
those
you,
are beyond the restrictions that I am having to follow at the moment.
Perhaps.
And he runs back to the kitchen, and then he comes out with a plate of 3 pieces of crusty rye bread.
Could do. I hold up the bit of wheat and I go, and I was told I should eat this as well. It was a gift.
A gift, you say? By whom?
Sure, to a little girl, probably no bigger than this.
Oh.
Didn't say a word.
You definitely want to eat that as quickly as possible, lest you see her again at the foot of your bed.
What would happen if I saw her again at the foot of my bed?
She would be very cross with you for turning down her gift.
Who is this little girl? And what is the significance of, I hold it up.
He just kind of like shifts his eyes a little bit, and then says,
This not right important now. What is important is that you eat that, or you could see the you could have a conversation with Sister Cyrene. She knows how to give back was.
I go, please let us conversate in private. And I pick up one of the pieces of rye bread and put it in my mouth.
Oh my!
and he, I'm guessing you're kind of like leading him towards the back kitchen.
Much ushering him to the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he is rushed back into the kitchen area with you, and he turns around and goes,
This is most improper.
Chilly night tonight, isn't it?
Yes.
As I keep walking towards him, menacingly.
Good sir. Why are you approaching? I think this is close enough.
You do know who I am, correct?
I do. I am aware.
You do know of our reputation.
Yes, sir.
Correct. And you seem to be hiding a particular bit of information about something I am supposed to ingest. And you know, with the reputation like what we have, ingesting things without knowing anything about them is, well, hazardous to one's health. Kind of like a chilly night that could be, well, we could warm it up with a nice fire.
he slow turns to you and is like,
Surely you wouldn't.
Are you being forthright and honest?
You hold in your hand
I hold
something.
up my finger and go, before you continue, what you say can and will be accounted for by the God of justice. And as his will, don't bear false witness to me. And I step closer to him.
he make an intimidation check.
Okay. Oh my. 21.
Ooh. Yeah, he's doing that like lean back thing where like you're leaning into him and he's just trying to create some space and not really look at you. And he just goes,
Look, I keep my nose out of magic casters' businesses. I use the chalice like I'm supposed to, and I give the workers of the field and the people of the town the lifelong need like I'm supposed to, and then I drink of it myself like I'm supposed to, and that's all. All other drinks are not made of the chalice, and
What is the chalice, and what is it used for?
the chalice was a gift, much like
Of course.
the gift you have in your hand. But the
Yes.
chalice was given to us by a druid long ago.
Uh-huh. That's why I can smell the rank scent of death everywhere since I came into this village. I just give him the long look of like, do you have something you want to tell me?
The chalice was said to extend our lives.
Where is this chalice? I give you my word, I will do nothing to it. I just want to look at it and ensure that it is not some object of evil.
he like fumbles for a key ring that he has in his breast pocket underneath his apron. And he pulls out jangling keys.
The middle one for the cellar.
He holds it for you to take.
I've been through this numerous times, you understand. This is a very typical situation. I go into the cellar, there's either something in the cellar, or you shut the cellar behind me and then summon a bunch of individuals to come attack me. Then I have to slaughter my way through everyone, and this is not very good. It doesn't look good on reports. Do we really want to go through this whole shabam?
Sir, please. It's in the iron chest below. Please.
Uh-huh. I let us go get it together.
Okay.
And do you have a torch back here that we could use to go down there with? You know,
Yes.
just in case. I grab a torch and I light it. I do love me some fire. It does illuminate and inspire, doesn't it? The way it crackles the wood. You could almost hear the wood singing.
Make a second intimidation check with advantage.
That is a 20. Dirty 20.
You notice a bit of dampness begin to pool around Iman's feet.
Feel yourself, man. You're being honest with me, and you're definitely not hiding anything, and there's not gonna be something down there that wants to murder me. Obviously. You're a very forthright and lawful individual, correct? And I nod.
Correct.
Which means you have nothing to fear from a Justicar, correct?
Correct.
See, you have nothing to worry about. Lead the way.
he wants this to be over as soon as possible. So he quickly takes the key, goes to the cellar door, unlocks it, opens the
Want my
door.
sword.
He begins rushing down the stairs into the cellar.
I keep the torch in front of me, like, so I can see him.
Yeah.
And I'm looking out for anything else that might be waiting for me in the cellar.
So in the cellar, there are a bunch of shelves and a bunch of rucksacks and different casks and things for storage. But you do notice a kind of tucked away chest wrought with iron. And you see Iman rush over to the chest, and he begins to like drag it towards the center of the room, and then he holds up the keyring and
my back to like one of the walls. I make sure there's nothing there.
okay.
And I just have my sword drawn, pointed at him, and then like fanning the torch around, making sure there's nothing else that's coming out.
Right.
We've been through this before. We know what to expect.
All right. Justicar, as you hear the latch unlock of the chest, you see Iman slowly raise up the lid, and there you see a chalice gleaming with uncanny perfection, wrought of pale ivory and inlaid with golden wheat motifs. This bowl appears to pulse with inner light.
Torch up over so I can like look inside the box, and I would like to make a religion check to see if this is an evil object.
Okay. As you bring the lamp light over, there is a faintly green tint to the...
Like that?
When you bring the torchlight over, to get a
Don't
better
like that.
look,
Don't like that.
it turns faintly green.
All right. So for religion, I got a 18.
Okay. You do not sense evil or malice from this object, yet it is inherently something that is unnatural.
Unnatural is not evil, and it's not illegal. But the undead energy thing isn't coming off of it?
In a sense, yes, it is.
Okay. So it's like necromancy, but not evil necromancy.
Right. Something was cast on this chalice that seems to be able to pass on properties of longevity.
See him on, nothing to worry about. Just a simple inspection. Everything's fine. Nothing's out of the ordinary. It's not evil. That should be of a great boon to you to have that weight off of your shoulder. It is necromancy. But it's not evil. So you weren't lied to. You haven't been poisoning everyone. You can never be too cautious when it comes to necromancy, though. It is a dangerous gambit.
Yeah. Can we go upstairs now?
Yep, I reach into my coin purse and I pull out one of the silver and I hand it to him. And I go, "For your troubles."
Thank you.
See? Not all Justicars are bad. All I want to do is make sure everything is good.
Okay.
And I slide the sword back into his sheath, and I'm like, "Come on. You just got, what, you got a month's wage in one go? All you gotta do is show me your magic chalice? Come on."
You and...
I slap him on the back and like, "Come on, let's go. Let's go get a drink."
and Iman leads you back upstairs. You are led back
At the top
to
of the cellar, I do a divine sense, just to
Okay.
make sure.
Yeah. You sense undead. You
I
sense
just see
things.
the radiant undead.
Yeah, you sense things that should be dead that aren't.
Okay. It's not evil. It's just necromancy. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Jump into shadows now. That's what happens. Okay. Onward.
Make a perception check as you are coming back towards the party.
Perception is a 16.
16. You notice out the window of the inn a silhouette of an individual in robes carrying a lantern that is pulsing a soft green light outside. She seems to be walking near the fences.
The sprig of wheat into my mouth, and then I'll catch up here in a minute, Iman. I'm gonna go say hello to this individual.
All right. Do you full eat the wheat, or are you just sticking it in your mouth for a
I'm
spin?
sticking it in my mouth, and I begin to like chew on it a little bit, not fully consume, just a slow consumption.
Yeah, just slowly chewing on it. All right, gotcha.
Seeing if I get sick at any point in time, or like feel any kind of poison or anything like that.
Nothing...
Don't want to eat the whole thing.
Right. Nothing of the sort seems to be happening while you're chewing on it. You begin to approach this woman, who as you approach, she just kind of like looks at you, holds her lantern like up.
Well met, ma'am. Well met.
Her head cocks to the side.
Born of seed and starlight, I follow the sun, yet all that I gather must wither and run. Tell me my name.
Okay. All she gathers. Can you repeat that one more time for me?
Yeah. Without the character voice, the
Yep.
riddle is: born of seed and starlight, I follow the sun, yet all that I gather must wither and run. Tell me my name.
I'm not very good at these. Is it the moon?
She looks at you disappointed, and then just turns back to the fields.
Please, for a moment, if I may.
Looks back towards you.
It's been a rough journey, and I feel myself jumping at shadows, and you have this weird green glowy thing. It would do my heart well. Are you an evildoer?
Her face kind of frowns, like her brow frowns at that, and it's like,
had to fight multiple rift beasts. It's been a long journey. I don't want to have to. This seems like such a lovely village, and everybody's so nice and warm and welcoming. And I've not seen that in a very long time, but it reminds me of home, and I just want to make sure that you're someone who's good.
She gives no answer to you, but just her look softens. Almost like she's looking at someone. We'll make an insight check.
I'm good at those. Okay, that is a 18 on the die, 23.
You're being looked at like a grandparent looks at their grandchild who just asked if everything's gonna be okay.
Like, well, you've not struck me down, you've not thrown any kind of weird evildoer magic stuff at me, so would you like a drink? I'll bring one out for you. Or some food, maybe?
She looks back towards the fields, looks at you.
A field without end, a path without tread. Walk both and see where your destinies led. Name the road that lies above every head.
You're putting me on the spot. I'm not good at these. Fate?
You say fate to her?
Yep.
And
I kind of cringe at the answer because I'm like, I'm not good at riddles.
through your cringing, she just kind of like caresses the side of your face and gives you a warm smile and a slight nod. And then she leans in and whispers,
The loom of fate, weaving every life's thread.
I just kind of nod and I go, I don't really know what that means.
she nods
But I got
back
one
to
right.
you.
I got one right.
And then she turns back to the field and begins walking away.
Inside the tavern.
You head back inside the tavern, much merriment and drink to be had. Good warm food.
I look at Amana and I go, who's the old woman outside with the lantern and the weird riddles?
Sister Cyrene.
She's really nice.
She carries that lantern with her. She is what we call the Night Sage.
She normally eat and drink, or is she...
We all have our purpose to play in Braiden's Rest, and she is playing hers.
It's that cryptic stuff that makes me have to ask you the question in the back room.
Please, no more
There.
questions.
Right. Just a straight answer. Does she eat? Does she drink?
Yes,
Should I take a meal out to her?
she ate before sundown.
Okay. Thank you. See? Simple. Don't need all the crypticness. One person being cryptic is all I need. And usually it's really good when it's an old person.
but we're all old.
You know what I mean. And I like point my finger at him. You know what I mean.
Like he looks at you, and like you see all the silver in his hair and everything. He's like, "Yeah,
You might be old, but you're not that old." That is grandma energy. You're not giving me grandma energy. You're giving me like middle-aged father energy, okay? I don't need that.
middle-aged father energy. I don't need that. That's so good." Okay. Sorry.
And give me a drink and food, whatever is you would recommend the best of whatever it is that you guys have here. I will have one for myself. I will take one up for Aldridge. I'll let him know everything's good.
I personally enjoy the worm root roast. It is a local root vegetable resembling meat in texture and taste. We glaze it with honey and juniper.
Sounds phenomenal. I will take 2 of those.
All right.
And what about drink?
Well, the Sunwake's cider is typically what we give travelers who aren't planning on staying in Braiden's Rest. Seems like your friend hasn't touched his in quite some time.
And you look over to where Iman is looking. He's looking over at Ignis's cup. Ignis has not lifted his mug since you told him not to drink. And there is this faint glow that emanates from the mug.
Kind of glow.
It's almost like a faint dawn, like the dawn cresting over a hill.
Get him. I go, Ignis, you can drink and eat and be merry. Same with you, Victor, and
Okay.
Reginald.
They all take a drink, and as they set their mug down, they haven't finished their drink, but the glow is gone.
Give them another drink as well.
Of course.
And I grab the plate of food and drinks and carry them upstairs to Aldridge.
Wonderful.
I'm in the corner.
Wherever you are, Aldridge, I'm looking for you.
I'm in the corner, nursing my head. Partly it's an act, partly it's my head.
Yeah.
Slide the food and drink over to you.
Mixture of both. You slide the food and drink.
Please tell me they've enchanted you.
No, I did some of your job.
Oh, my apologies. I seem to have ended up with some mysterious ailment that makes me less capable of pursuing various things at this point in time.
Yes. Percussive maintenance, I understand.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are 4 distinct shapes on my forehead right now, aren't there?
Lift his head up to the light, and I'm like, I poke 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
There's 3 good ones and 1 small little 4th one.
No, still feel it. Stop that. All right. Yay.
Turns out, necromancy, but not evil.
Okay, that one you're gonna have to explain a little.
Well, like, you know how whenever you heal... Okay, let me rewind. You know when a cleric heals you, like Brother Vernal did, right? That's necromancy.
That's not necromancy.
That's
literally the
necromancy.
opposite.
No.
No.
It's necromancy.
Necromancy is the infliction of negative energies, typically speaking to harm the living or heal undead. However,
Usually.
most clerics channel positive energy, not negative energy. It's you clearly have not spent much time studying the arcane, have you?
Do you study the arcane or do you study the divine magics?
Honestly speaking, if you study the arcane and you don't pay attention to divine magics, you're a hack. They're typically outside of our range of expertise, but at the same time, they're rather impressive. That and those wood-wandering, tree-hugging animal skin changers who can heal at the drop of a hat because they love their bushes so much.
Look, it's necromancy. Okay? Trust me, as a divine person, it's necromancy.
You know, I have two options in front of me. The first option is to not believe what you're saying, as my studies have recommended, which I'll admit I'm not entirely sold on, but I have some degree of uncertainty. The second is to assume that what you're saying is correct, and I start to have to really wonder about, well, roughly speaking, what kind of gods people worship to get access to necromancy, because honestly, that just doesn't send the image I want to follow.
Oh, it's one of those things of... Okay, so you know how some people die, and then they're brought back by a cleric. But then there's also some people who die who are brought back by a mage. Same but different, but same.
The energies that are involved in the process, that is included a very different approach. At least as far as my understanding. I will fully admit I am only beginning my studies in magic, but at the same time,
Like your mind,
you know what? Look.
magic you were talking about. How some of those people can be taken over, but you can use that mind magic for other things. It's the same concept.
Look, the fact of the matter is, not evil necromancy is something I'm familiar with. That's not the concerning part. But the problem I'm having is you're mixing mind magics, and, well, let's just say that most necromancers get along with gods the same way that your average villager gets involved in bonfire. That is to say, only at great distance and preferably with multiple safeguards in between.
Yeah. I mean, when you're using bad magic, you tend to not want to be around the individuals who give you the bad magic.
Either I need to research more, or our philosophical differences are so great. I don't know. I'm going to eat this food, I'm going to drink this, and then I'm going to go sleep off my raging headache. And, depending on how strong this cider is, I might wake up with 2 raging headaches. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to... I don't know. My head hurts.
Good. And I grab my drink and food, and I get up and start mingling with the crowd of workers and interrogate them.
All right. As the conversation goes into the night, this is where we will end tonight's episode. Bum bum bum. No big cliffhanger this week. What?
I still this time we didn't mess everything up. This was a nice night.
It was pretty chill. You got some investigations done. You found out some things about Braiden's Rest. That's nice.
It's a nice place. It just has a little undead problem.
It just has a little undead stench around the place. That's all.
That's not illegal. That's just peculiar.
Yeah, strange. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I have 3 questions that I like to ask every single week. What was good? What was bad? What needs improvement? Tonight, we're going to start with Justicar. Justicar, hit me with it.
Everything was really good. You set the tone that made me nervous. I 100% thought there was going to be some violence.
Yeah.
As far as improvements, everything went smooth. The only thing that I don't think there was anything that needs to be improved upon this session.
Aldrich.
Honestly, the only improvement I'd pursue is I really wanted to be involved in that whole investigation scene, but, well, you know, the RP didn't work out for it tonight, which is fine. I just was really sad. But on the other hand, it opens up the RP opportunities in the future. So, you know, as for bad, I still don't trust this town at all, but beyond that, nothing too bad. I want to know the answer to that riddle, though. We're going to be talking later. As for good, honestly, I like most of it. Being able to be pretend to be a child as a halfling, the punch from Justicar, especially the first one missing. That was
Funny.
great.
That was funny.
Yeah. In any case, you know, just looking forward to seeing where this goes, and trying to keep Justicar from killing Morthos because some guy said, "Hey, that guy's evil."
Yeah. Yeah.
Morthos lied to me.
Did he?
Nope, he did not. But now Morthos is going to have to convince me that Morthos didn't lie to me.
Oh, isn't that fun? Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. And hey, leave in the comments below and all other places what was good, what was bad, what needs improvement from your angle. All right? Hey, every little bit helps us make the show better, make the story better for you. All right. Thank you again for tuning in to Midwest Dungeon Delvers, the episode 10 of Six Sword Saga Source Code. Thank you so much. And it was a blessing to have you all here, and I hope you were just as blessed. And hey, just big heads up. The only big thing happening this weekend, Super Smash Quest Season 1 finale. Finally, the finale, we're doing a big session. It's going to be a big Twitch recording session. Apparently, we're doing 2 to 3 episodes in one recording session. Oh my goodness, for the finale. So, don't forget to tune in this Saturday for the epic conclusion of Season 1 of Super Smash Quest. With yours truly here as Body Opponent Bag, and many other wonderful characters that you can catch over on the Fedorable Will channel. If you haven't checked out this channel on YouTube, you should go check out Same Spirit Gaming. I had the blessing of being on their show, helping walk through a little bit of Another Crab's Treasure and talk about Bible scriptures and stuff. And so it was a huge blessing. Go check out the 2 episodes that I was a part of. Go give them a subscribble and all that other good stuff too. You can find one of the members of that channel live streaming over on the channel called That Random Christian Gamer. So if you ever need yes, it was playing Slay the Spire recently, is the game that he's been getting into, but you can check him out over on that channel on Twitch. Now, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in Saturday. Big stuff coming down the pipeline for Midwest Dungeon Delvers. We will see you all in the next episode.
And hey, just don't forget that no matter what happens to these characters within the world of Galland, the fact is they
have become permanently entrapped within the simulation.
Saga. The Six Sword Saga.